All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone. Boom!
Live from the Raising Cane studio, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3 of OTB. Jake Flynn, Alondra, Tay all here with you live from the Raising Cane studio. And we'll go now to our guy, Nick Underhill, New Orleans football, who joins us every single Tuesday at 9 a.m. Nicholas, how we doing this week, sir?
Hey, doing good. How you guys doing?
Pretty good compared to yesterday.
Yeah, a lot of losses for the OTB squad this weekend, but it's okay. We're a day past what we were yesterday. We're moving forward now, but we will reflect on the performance that happened there in Buffalo, which I understand it. No moral victories in the National Football League, but there were some positive things, I think, from the New Orleans Saints after how it looked in Seattle.
I'm sorry, you cut out on me. I got you now.
No, I'm just saying, like, there's no moral victories in the NFL, but after what happened in Seattle, I think there's a lot of things in Buffalo that you can actually say were a positive for the Saints.
Oh yeah, they're 3-1 in moral victories this year.
Let's go. Let's go.
Woo, baby, let's go.
I mean, look, it's about the process. I think if you just enter it with the mindset and you're realistic about it, and I understand that there's a lot of people out there that are living and dying and want to see the win every single week. And I mean, of course that's the goal. But I think if you're looking at it realistically, they probably were always going to start 0-4. And I mean, there's the threat of, like, if you don't beat the Giants this week, when do you get that win? And I mean, if you're hanging on that, I mean, it's a dark existence. But if you're looking at it and you see it for what it is, and you're kind of expecting them to lose every game, you're looking at Jonas Sanker and going, okay, well, like, there is one building block established. That's a win. The coach had a horrible time of just getting his team lined up and getting a snap off in Seattle. 1 week later, he goes to another loud, hostile, crazy environment, and they're clean. And they have a better system for it, and they lose the guard who's signaling the snap count, put a UDFA rookie in, and, like, it remains clean. So, like, seeing those things makes me believe in the process a little bit more. They played them tough. 0-4 is a terrible thing. And Aaron Glenn's in the same situation, and you got Mike Greenberg coming for his neck. So, like, it's there is a standard, and there has to be, like, wins at some point. But, like, I'm just realistic about it, and I just don't see a very good team, and I think they cleaned up and played well. And I think you can hang your hat on that for now. Like, I do think, you got the Giants, you got the Patriots, you got the Bears. Like, if you're 0-3 through that stretch, I think we're probably having a slightly different conversation at the end of it, because at some point you got to win a game, and that goes for the quarterback especially. But I think right now, I feel halfway decent about the team coming out of there. I think their defense needs a lot of work. I don't know that I see all the bright spots on the O-line that I'd like to see. I'd like to see that be a little bit tighter. But, by and large, I think a lot of things went okay for them in that game. Got some run game going. So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely some bright spots.
Yeah, well, let's keep it on the Buffalo game just for a little bit longer. So the two bright spots for me watching the game was, you're playing Josh Allen. You can't hope to stop him. You can only hope to contain him type situation, but they contained him for a decent, like, he made his plays throughout the game, but they made his life kind of hell. They got after him a little bit, got a couple sacks. They made it difficult on him. But then on the other side of the ball, the running game looked great for most of the game. So I wanted to see, like, you've spent more time kind of going back and watching the replay of the game and everything. Like, what was the key contributors to the run game? I'm curious, was it just because they were sitting there with a light box, daring them to throw it, and saying, beat us with a run? Was it a bend don't break defense that they were playing again, or what contributed to the success on the ground?
Yeah, so I mean, it's a little bit of both. Like, definitely they got some light boxes, and I think they did a couple things to like really take advantage of that. They got a 17-yard run and a 12-yard run on the same look where they put Alvin in. They spread out, got Buffalo all spread out, put Alvin in the slot, kind of motioned him into the backfield. They're handing the ball off. He's taking off to the left side out of it, right through and there was just a gulf of space on the other side. Both times I ran that. I think it was first quarter and then early in the third quarter was the 12-yard run. So like there was a couple things like that, but the thing that was the biggest difference in it is they used more outside zone in this game. They've been running a lot of inside zone. They had 10 plays outside zone in this one. I think it was like 4 was the highest in the first 3 games, and they got a lot of yardage out of that. And then the other thing is they went under center and they just started handing the ball off. That drive that led into the Philly special play, like just went all the way down the field. And we haven't seen them do that really either. I think that was more about just being able to like hear the cadence and everything better at the line of scrimmage, but it was effective running the ball. So I think both those things help. And then when they're under center, they're running a little bit more inside zone from that look. And I think, that just helped them get a little bit more yards before contact. Coming into the game, they were like 0.2 yards before contact on inside zone. And I mean, if you're running that from pistol, like it's like 7 yards before you're at the line of scrimmage. So I think it just kind of maybe allowed some of those creases to pop open a little bit more. I'm going to be interested to see if they mix that in because it was like strictly a shotgun offense. I don't know. Maybe I'm old school, but like I feel like play action from under center like kind of just works a little bit better than back in that shotgun look. Maybe that helps open up some deep plays. You create a tendency like, hey, you're going to run from this like every single time. Maybe you start out doing it and then you break that tendency and pop a big play or something. Like maybe it opens up a couple wrinkles, but I think they just kind of got a couple different things going. And I thought we saw the differences in the run game for sure. And then, just Kendrick Miller, like that was an extremely important game for him, I think, too, just to kind of show everyone, but more so show himself that like, hey, look, I can be, option 1B in this run game every single week.
Yeah, and also show Dennis Allen for if he was watching somewhere. Let me ask you about that pass that Olave threw. Gosh, it just felt like such a big moment in the game, and you're trying to do something to give you a spark there. It's like you don't mind plays like that, but if the play's not there, you got to just, live to play another down. And that play felt like it took a lot of emotion away from what the Saints had kind of built up there.
Yeah, I think I'm at the same place. Like, I don't like the play. I don't think I would have ran it. It felt like they were moving the ball well, but at the same time, I understand the thought process. So, like, I can't sit here and, like, call it a dumb play or anything like that. I think it was actually probably – I took it as, like, maybe honesty from the coaching staff about what they think about their red zone offense, that they felt like, running this trick play is their best shot at getting in the end zone because – you look at the data, like they just haven't been good in that area of the field. And like they had been running the ball, but the last 2 runs went for 3 yards. You're at 3rd and 5. I didn't like the 2nd-yard pass either, maybe though. Like I probably would have I would have kept running probably on 2nd down, and then maybe you're at like 3rd and 2. That's probably how I would have approached it, but easy to say in hindsight. Man, like Cole Bishop, like you look at that play, like Shaheed's taking it, and then he tosses back to Olave on the reverse for the throw. Like before he even pitched the ball to Olave, he's breaking from the other hash over.
It was a great play.
It was like it was doom, man. Like he's seen that thing just from go. Yeah, it was an amazing play. I didn't love it, but I understand it. And look, there's been like kind of 3 critical moments now. The end of half first week. What was the other one? They took the ball out of Rattler's hands. Man, I can't remember what it was, another aggressive situation. But there's been 3 now where there's been 3 things where you kind of look at it and you're like, man, like how come they aren't like trusting them to do this stuff? But I think it's just kind of telling about what they think and what they need to do to score points. But yeah, it's been tough down there, and I think there's a couple little things that Rattler definitely needs to tighten up over the next 3 weeks. But yeah, I thought it was a little bit telling.
Yeah, I can't sit here and say that was a bad play call because that was probably the most underrated, best defensive play of the weekend. I mean, college or pros. It was incredible. Like the safety on the front side reads the play and makes a complete sprint of a play to the backside and is able to get the ball. Like that was an incredible play. So it's hard for me to sit there and say like, man, that was a bad play call, because if he reacts like a split second slower, on making like it's a touchdown, right? So, but you're right. Like you want to see them not have to do those types of plays in that type of situation to be able to put points on board. So it is a little telling, but Kellen Moore, he's an offensive, he's a creative guy. It is surprising to me that you brought it up, and I hadn't really thought about it, is so much shotgun, because that's certainly not who they were in Philly. And we kind of talked about it on here. We're on the same page with you too. Like play action's a lot better when you have the threat of a little bit more run under the center. Play action's a lot better when a quarterback turns his back to the defense, and that happens for the most part under center. Now you can get to it in pistol a little bit, but your back's not turned for quite as long. And it's so far behind the line of scrimmage, it's not the same effect. Has that been progressively? It never stuck out to me watching the game this past weekend, but now that you say it, looking back, is that like been progressively more and more shotgun each week?
It's been like exclusively shotgun every week until this week. They kind of hit that drive with it. And I think that was a problem in Seattle too. Like they couldn't hear nothing, and I think it messed up some of the timing and everything. And they tried to switch it up this week, and then it worked well. But yeah, it's kind of college-ish, man. Like you just like kind of standing back there like the whole entire game, never under center. Like play action hasn't been really working at all for them, and. Yeah, I don't know. Like again, I might have like overdosed on the Shanahan era of the NFL, but like play action married to like outside zone action just feels like you get those linebackers moving out of the way, and then you're creating space, and you can just open a lot of stuff up, and it's like their play action just really hasn't been like doing anything. So I'm just kind of curious to see if it kind of progresses a little bit that direction, but that's
well, Nick, I would say probably the top 5 offenses in the NFL. Which would mean the entire world are pretty balanced between shotgun and underneath the center. You look at the Lions, you look at the Packers, you look at even the Bills are going under the center. And I feel like Spencer looks pretty good under the center. He looks pretty comfortable for a guy that's probably been pretty exclusive shotgun in his college career. It looks pretty comfortable under there.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like I don't necessarily love the approach. And again, I want to see if it evolves a little bit, because you get a little bit of success there. Kellen doesn't expand a lot on things at the podium. Like he's been asked about the shotgun stuff, a few times, and he just said he likes the timing and space of it. But I think it definitely needs to find a way to be a little bit more balanced. And I think again, like I think it would just open up a couple of them shots, and that's the big thing missing from the offense. And the whole league's kind of going that direction. You look, and it's. Who are the passing leaders? It's like Carson Wentz with 350 yards, and then everybody else has 175, 200. Like it's just kind of getting, oppressed a little bit. And even Josh Allen, like, didn't have a ton of passing yards this week, and I think he's averaging 240 a game, and that's kind of the standard, which is way different than like 7 years ago. But you got to be able to hit a couple of those shots down the field. And I think for this team with the talent they have, the quarterback they have, like it's got to be manufactured a bit. And under center play action, I don't know. Like again, I might be an idiot, but like it just feels like that's the way to open maybe some of that stuff up when you're a little bit deficient at a couple spots.
I just looked it up. Shotgun percentage for the New Orleans Saints, 71.6% of the time. Pistol, 7% of the time. Under center, 19.2% of the time. And so that math
maybe it has something to do with it being like first and second and forever for a lot of the season. Maybe certainly. Hey, let me ask you about 2 guys though that potentially could come back in the next couple of weeks. We talked about it earlier. Foster Moreau and Taysom Hill opening that 21-day window where they can come out there and practice. What's the latest on them, and what do you think that those 2 players can help this offense achieve when they do get back?
Yeah, I don't think I was supposed to see it, but when I was going out there yesterday, like they were working out on a side field, and like Taysom was like running routes, like, and it looked like at full speed. So I think he's extremely close. I think Foster's been ready to go. Big talent added to the team. Tight end. I don't feel like they've gotten a ton out of it. I'm going to be fascinated really to see what they do with Taysom, because like I think obviously you have to get him involved. He's one of your best playmakers on offense. But I wonder how deep into it they go. I wonder if they use him more in like traditional positions, or are you trying to like build a whole Taysom package and be extremely unique and all that stuff around him? You know, with a guy that's not going to be here for probably, you know, I would guess this is probably very, very close to the end of the road. So like I'm just going to be curious to see if like Moore tries to build like an identity that he can keep building upon, or like do you go in centralized Taysom as a central piece of your offense, kind of the way Kubiak did last year, and then you know you're screwed then when he gets hurt again, and you have trouble bringing it back. So I don't know how they put him into it, but like I think he obviously has to be a part of it, and I think he's going to be, you know, I think he's one of the few guys on that offense that I think can be a reason, you know, you're winning games. So I'm curious to see it, but I also Foster, I think huge upgrade. You know, obviously one of the better blocking tight ends on the team. He can, you know, you trust him to make some you know critical catches down the stretch last year. I think his pass catching ability was really underrated. Like, you know, they had all the injuries and they kind of had to turn to him, and you know, I felt like he stepped up big down the stretch. So you know, and I think Rattler has a lot of chemistry with him, so that would be possibly a very, very good addition for the team.
Yeah, Nick, we asked you about, I think last week we asked you about who's the vocal leader on offense, and to me, like even just from a psychological effect of getting Taysom Hill back, getting Foster Moreau back, to me, those are guys that can immediately step in and take over that role of being the vocal guy. It's hard to do it when you're sidelined with an injury, but like they get to step in a huddle. I feel like bring a little bit of weight behind their voice, weight behind them if they are going to get off onto the offensive line or whoever it is. But like they bring a little bit that extra, like that it factor to that psychologically can help everybody, especially a young quarterback, especially a unit that has been struggling a little bit. I think it's going to be a good call, like a psychological effect. And to that point, your answer last week on the vocal leaders of the offense, Cesar Ruiz gets hurt. He's out for, 3 to 5 weeks, something like that. And you got a guy, am I saying this name right? Torselli Simpkins?
Man, yeah. Look, and I guess Foster was out of sight, out of mind when we were talking about that. But, I mean, he's maybe the biggest standard bearer that you know, like the way he is at practice, the way he gets on guys, the way he leads, like it you know, it stands out among, like, anybody I've ever seen on a field. And, you know, I was around the 2010s Patriots and, you know, these Saints with Drew Brees and, you know, all them guys. Like Foster's like head cracking leadership, like holding people to a standard, I think is on par with like anybody I've seen. So yeah, it just that aspect of getting him on the field around a young team, you know, that they got the penalties cleaned up, but like stuff like that. Like he's somebody that you just hear like tearing into people for you know, messing up the details. And I think that helps, especially when you have this type of, you know, coach that's, you know, kind of more laid back personality, having a player that can kind of be your bulldog and you don't got to ask him to show up as the bulldog. I think is quietly a big deal.
All right, there he is, our guy, Nick Underhill, NewOrleans.football, joins us every single Tuesday here on the show. Nicholas, one of these days we are going to have you on, and we're going to be celebrating a Saints victory, and it might come this week against the Giants, and so we look forward to that day.
You got to beat the Giants.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
When the Saints get that win, we're going to get you on video call.
Yeah, for sure.
So we can see the
all right, is that
joy
a deal?
in your face.
It's the Saints win. We got to get you on video. Deal?
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there.
Perfect. All right, appreciate it, Nick.
All right, later, guys.
Got to beat the Giants.
Gotta beat the Giants. Oh, we're going to. It ain't no guess.
That's what it's going to be. For over 52 years, Pala has been building confidence from steel fabrication, precision piping, tanks, vessels, and helical piles to a full-scale industrial construction and maintenance. Pala delivers results you can trust. With a 70,000 square foot fabrication facility in Louisiana and licenses in 32 states, they are equipped for projects of any scale, anywhere. So when safety, quality, and reliability matter, choose Pala. Employee-owned, relationship-driven. Learn more at palagroup.com. See, Tate, you got to be on them toes like Alondra is over there with the let's get it started.
With what?
You just never know when I'm going to do a floater.
Yeah, you just never know. Never know.
because we dream in cartoons up here.
What
sometimes.
did I kind of blacked out yesterday? I kind of short circuited yesterday. What
I
did
was
I
going to
say?
say, so where do we go
Yeah,
to go see
Go
Paolo?
see him.
forgot.
Go see him.
That
Go
was
see 'em.
yeah.
said
Right now.
Paolo.
So
Right
during
now.
Paolo,
Go see him.
the Paolo ad yesterday, I was,
Where are we
I
going?
short
Go see
circuited
the
a little bit.
industrial construction.
What did I say before that?
Right now.
Right now.
Paolo,
said
right now.
Paolo.
Go see
Yeah.
him.
It's on me, guys.
Paolo. Right now.
My internet kind of stopped working. I couldn't pull up my notes. Yeah, it's on me. Go see him.
Right now.
Matt's like, go stand outside the fence and look.
But where are we going?
Yeah, I
like,
know.
you didn't even send the people to a place. You just said go see him.
Yeah, go see him. Check it out.
PallyGroup.com.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now. All right, more OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
Hey, well, you're
Russell Pools.
just a human. Just one man.
Russell Pools right now.
Right now. Go see him.
Go see him. Russell Pool Company, as you can tell by Tay-Tay's video there, if you're watching us on YouTube, you can build your dream pool in your backyard. Not Matt's dream pool, not mine, not Alondra's, not Tay-Tay's, but your dream pool. As you can tell, I mean, there's nothing they can't do. Anything that you can dream up, or look, they can help you design that as well. Like they've done this so many times, and you can just give them an idea of what you're looking for. They'll make sure that you get exactly what you are looking for. So go to the website today. That is russellpools.com.
Yeah, when you go to that website, go to their gallery. You're going to see their work, everything they've done, from infinity pools to water features to, there's one pool with an island in the middle of it. It's unbelievable. And can I get a hot tub? Somebody. So if you got a dream in mind, if you've been waiting to build that pool, you just hadn't pulled the trigger, give them a call. Go see their website right now, russellpools.com.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back.
Did you say hi?
No, I said I.
Oh.
I said like a Nick Saban I.
I hate to get
Welcome back. Off the bench here. So Jake, I wanted to ask you about something. It's a stat that I started looking up yesterday. In the NFL, and you were a special teams war daddy for a long time.
Core four.
Like special teams thus far in the NFL through 4 weeks. Is it 4 weeks?
Yes.
Yeah. Through week 4 in the NFL has made like the biggest impact I remember special teams doing in a 4-game stretch that I remember in a long time.
Yeah.
And I started looking at, of course we've had the Saints had a big return against them. There's been returns in different situations. I know the kickoff rules have really improved the game on the kickoff.
Yeah, Cowboys, benefited greatly against the Packers.
hugely.
Turbin. Yeah,
So-
great returns.
But one big thing that is sticking out to me in the special teams world is field goal blocks.
Okay.
And I started looking up the stats. It popped up Sunday night when the Packers got an extra point blocked. And they returned to the
Difference
Cowboys
in the game.
It's a 3-point difference right there. That's a 3-point swing.
Yep.
So I looked up and said in 2024, a total of 18 all season, 18 blocked field goals or PATs in 2024. Through 4 weeks in the NFL,
Okay.
13 blocked
13?
field goals or
wow.
PATs. So my question is this just a fluke? Is this just a random, we're just going through a slew of blocks here? Or is this an emergence of different blocking schemes, different blocking technique, taller people? What are we doing? Or are these big leg kickers that are making 60 plus yards, are they just inherently in their mind, they're having a hard time controlling the trajectory? Because, of course, the longer the field goal, the lower the trajectory.
We've
the
all played
closer you
Madden.
are.
We've had to put that thing down.
That's
You
all
gotta
right.
get
So,
it up a little
what?
bit,
I mean, is this just a fluke? From a war daddy standpoint, that's a shocking number to me. 13 blocked field goals or extra points in the first 4 weeks.
And some of
NFL.
them have not been of long distances either.
No, they have. Oh, extra point.
Well, extra point for sure. The extra point now, the extra point is backed up. So I do think there's a more point of emphasis for these special teams coaches to try to go after it a little bit, because before it was automatic. Hell, you could even block it sometimes, and it was such a short distance, it would still go in.
Right.
Even if you got a hand on it. So I think that probably plays into it. And I think that these special teams coaches see an opportunity, and they see an opportunity to try to stop points, get points, and you'll see some unique guys in there on field goal block now too, in some different positions. Really, you see it kind of all levels of football, but I think special teams has certainly been more of a point of emphasis over the last couple of years with all the new rule changes, because like we saw, who did it cost? Tate, you probably know this. You watch the NFL like every single game. Which team? Was it the Cardinals that didn't kick it inside the landing zone? And so, yeah, it was the Cardinals-Vikings, right? Or Seahawks. Cardinals-Seahawks. Saw Sam Darnold, I thought Vikings. They didn't kick it inside the landing zone, and so they started the possession on the 40. They one completion, field goal, game over. So, like, I think there's a lot of, hey, we've always, air quotes, taken it seriously, because some teams I was on did not. That's why we were first in offense, first in defense, 32nd in special teams, and didn't make the playoffs. But I think now you realize that you can win a game by doing one little thing on special teams.
Well, look, you can go back 2 weeks ago, the Eagles versus the Rams. The Rams won, they beat the Eagles for 4 quarters. They had 2 blocked field goals in that game. 2 blocked field goals, one for a touchdown at the end, and they lose by
cover the spread.
Yeah, they lose by 7 points. The Rams should have won that game, and the Eagles, I mean, they're so good, they're so talented, but 2 blocked field goals in a game, that is unheard of.
The Eagles, like when you look at the Eagles personnel, though, they really do have like the perfect people. They have giants that are athletic that can be right there in the middle. But also remember that Rams kick was low. It was a low kick.
It was a low kick, but it wasn't
these
long.
kickers,
at least one of them wasn't long.
No, it was 37 yards. Yeah. So I think these kickers, to your point, you might have actually found something here. I think because now they're bombing everything, and like a 58-yard field goal is almost automatic now, which is just ludicrous, that maybe they have changed kind of the way they drive the football.
It's incredible. Like you go, there was it Sunday night, the Packers kicker, I think at the end of the half or something. I can't remember when it was. No, it was the end of the game. He kicked, it was like a 47-yard, 47, 48, which is like a chip shot these days.
I know.
I feel like it went over the uprights. Like it was it would have been good from 80. Right? Like these guys are just like strolling up to the ball and kicking it.
I mean, we just had the Bucs kicker he set the outdoor record for longest field goal in NFL history. Right?
Yeah, Chase McLaughlin, 65. But they were looking at replacing him 2 weeks ago because he missed like 2 40-yarders.
Yeah.
But then he's out here hitting a 65 the next week.
I mean, it's a real weapon. Look, the Chargers kicker, Cam Dicker, he is the most accurate kicker in NFL history. And, like, that is a real weapon that you have that these guys are making. Like, you feel like, Matt, if you get over midfield at this point, you might have points. Like, just get over the line.
And so I guess it's like a give or take situation because forever kickers, I mean, a 50-yard field goal was a long field goal.
Yeah.
But special teams coordinators, they evaluate everything when it comes to a kicker. I mean, there's a lot of people that can kick a football in the world. There's a lot of people that can punt a football in the world, deep snap a football. They look for like little things. And I think one of the things that they always look at is the trajectory. How high can you get the ball fast, right?
Yeah.
Make it impossible to block it. I'm thinking, and I don't know this, I'm just, from what I see on the field, 13 blocked field goals to date compared to 18 blocked all of last year.
Yeah.
Like there's a mindset right now.
Crushed,
it's like if we get to the midfield, we want to have the threat of getting points. And maybe we give up a little trajectory on our, because it's going to be hard to go from kicking a 65-yard field goal to kicking a 30-yard. You got to get it up. So
also special teams coaches are realizing, hey, guys, if they get across the midline here, past midfield almost is like we're going to at least attempt to kick, right? I mean, so these special teams coordinators that are also putting together the block, like I think they do realize we got to spend some more time on this. Like we got to come up with something because in the NFL, you know how it is. It's always like, okay, here's this thing, here's this new thing, and then these other coaches are like, well, we got to stop the new thing. How do we stop? How do we slow down the new thing? Well, the new thing in the NFL is let's go kick 55 to 65-yard field goals.
Yeah, right. But that's the thing to me. Like, the field goal's been around a long time. And all of a sudden, like right now, coaches have figured out a way to make people taller and bigger and, like, just now figured out a scheme to block field goals more. But it's starting to become commonplace, which is wild because I remember, like, if you saw a blocked field goal in the game that you were a part of, it was something special you were watching. Like, that doesn't happen unless it's just a terrible kick.
Yeah.
Anyway,
War
Special
Daddy,
teams.
special teams war daddies are people too, Matt.
Sure are.
And we're finding
But
that
it's just
out.
it's playing such a big part, and I didn't even put in blocked punts in that scenario.
Yeah.
There's been a bunch of blocked punts. People are getting really aggressive with the ball. You saw, who is it? Buffalo's kicker, punter, nearly snaps his leg. Wasn't that Buffalo? Was that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, Tyreek Hill last night. Jeez. That was an ugly one. Y'all see it?
Dislocated kneecap, right?
Did y'all see it?
Yeah.
It did not look good. It's tore multiple ligaments, including ACL, is what I just
Oh,
saw.
was it? Oh, man.
No, it looked bad. They had him in like the bubble cast. And
Yeah.
it was gross.
That was a bad game. All right, real quick, before I give you the shotgun percentage that you were asking for, somebody was asking for earlier from LSU. I want to tell you about our friends over at yourgoodwood.com. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. on Drusilla Lane, 225 4GD Wood is the phone number. The website is yourgoodwood.com. Bottom right corner of the website. Book that consultation today, yourgoodwood.com. All right, anybody want to take a guess? All right, so let's do this. Because pistol is shotgun, and I don't know why they put it in a different category.
They put a pistol in a different category?
Yeah. I guess because it technically shotgun
It's like
is-
number of offensive plays.
that are not under the center. Anybody want to take a guess? LSU. Somebody's asking us how many percentage of the plays for LSU are out of shotgun.
95.
Okay.
Pistol doesn't count as shotgun?
Well,
wait.
I added pistol.
You
into
did
it.
add it,
I
okay.
added pistol into it because for us that's still a gun. situation.
87%.
Okay, Matthew.
Out of shotgun?
Yes,
LSU
including
fighting
pistol.
LSU Tigers?
Yes.
I'm going to say 98.7.
Alondra is the closest. 92.5% of the time they are in shotgun. So what they're calling just actual shotgun, 79.5, pistol 13%, and then under center 7.5%.
7.5%. Okay.
Yeah, because you got to think some of the goal line stuff, and they have had a couple of plays. They had 2 reverses, I think, to a receiver out of they were underneath and kind of like a toss to a.
So I'm guessing about 75, average of 70, 75 plays a game times 5 games. That's 375 total plays. If you take, what'd you say, 7.5%?
I think I can actually give you.
That's
the first-
28 plays under center that we had?
I think it was 25 when I looked. Pretty sure actually it was
I
25.
don't know if
so
I believe
number-
that.
So,
Do we have a victory formation?
victory formation probably counts
Yeah, for sure.
as under center. Yeah. And to this point, you've won every game before last week. So
No, I'll take up. The pistol is a weapon. It's not a philosophy again. It's a weapon to use.
it was a philosophy at a place like Nevada.
Yeah.
When they had Colin Kaepernick, and that's what they ran. They were the first one to run pistol,
Mm-hmm.
and that was there. That's for Group of 6 football.
Yep.
Is their philosophy. And I love
You can
if
do some things
Yeah,
out of
you can.
pistol.
I love running zone out of pistol. I loved it because it was the same for me. I was still going to be toes at 7. I was going to be open crossover, get the ball, and it didn't
but
change
you have
anything.
to. You have to. A lot of teams will put the toes for the running back toes at 8 and leave the quarterback the same. If
Well,
you're going to go pistol, you move your quarterback.
I knew
up
my
a yard.
limitations.
You got to move your quarterback up a yard to 4 instead of 5.
That's probably toes 7.5.
But that is a
I
weakness.
need to cheat that half yard.
You got a little cheat step.
But you can.
Hey, you take every advantage you
can
can,
run
buddy.
Power. You can run counter. You can
With those
run
jeans, you got to
stretch.
get all the advantages you
No
can,
doubt.
bud.
No question about it. He's on American Eagle. I had to get everything I could.
Ew.
You can run stretch.
The
Out of-
Jinko?
They're not ready for that conversation. Jabos, they're not ready for that either. They're not ready. Y'all know anything about Jabos?
Yeah, the Jabot jeans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jinko's
All right.
kind of made a little
Jinko's,
comeback, didn't
yeah.
Oh, they did. True.
Yeah.
True.
Which is wild to me because they're awful.
They get jeans from one place, and it's Old Navy.
I don't know. I'm like a baggy jean girly, so
Yeah.
I like the baggy jeans.
But like the Jinkos can get a
From
little
Old
out of
Navy, like
control.
Tay.
Actually, my favorite baggy jeans
From
are
Old
from Old
Navy?
Navy.
Old Navy has the best jeans, guys.
Do they? I don't know.
I had.
wear
They're
jeans.
very grungy, and I love them.
I think we had this. When was the last time you bought blue jeans?
Bought them with my own money.
Yeah.
Well, I got some blue Deltas. I was here with Hanny.
Who are you gonna steal jeans?
No, Hanny and I were doing the show, and the guy from Blue Delta, shout out Nick, was in town. He's like, "Hey, do you want me to come measure you for some jeans?" I was like, "Yeah, but I'm on air." He goes, I'll do it on air. I was like, okay, let's do it on air.
A little touchy,
So we
huh?
were doing it. He was measuring me for jeans, and that's the last pair of jeans that I got. But before then,
He didn't ask you to cough or anything, did he?
no, not on air. Gosh, I can't. Decade, at least. At
I
least
haven't had a pair of
decade.
wearable jeans in a decade, probably.
Yeah, nothing
Nothing against them.
I got
I
some
just,
back
I
in
just I
April.
have the same ones that I wear that are
I
that
got
old.
athletic shorts on.
I
now.
got something about a month ago, but I mean, y'all know I wear like
You wear
basically
jeans every
nothing
day.
but jeans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
a jean wearer.
No.
Oh, jean wearing ass.
Yeah, and I mean,
Oh,
like,
jean wearing that. Oh, boy.
That's me.
All right, this is going to go off the rails. Let's take a break.
fun,
More
though.
OTB when we come back here on this Tuesday.
Off the bench.
Tuesday.
All right, go to gcopnet.com. That's the website for Gulf Coast office products. And we tell you over time, you need a document. You don't need it tomorrow. You don't need it next week. You need it right now. And that's why their locations in New Orleans, in Baton Rouge, in Mandeville, in Lafayette, they are going to make sure that that is exactly what you get. And so it doesn't really matter what industry you're in. We talk about it all the time, law firms, schools, universities, banks, hospitals. Like, you still deal with documents on a daily basis. So you want to make sure that you have the latest, the greatest. You want to make sure that you have the greatest customer service as well. And you get that every single time over at gcopnet.com.
That's right, Gulf Coast office products. And I can tell you, every day when I get done with this show, I go to my office. And we have an office, we have a printer, we deal with paperwork there. And I also have a factory. We deal with mounds of paperwork. And we got to communicate. So if anything is ever down, it halts our entire business. So do business with a local company that when something happens, you talk to an actual person to help you out. gcopnet.com.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in OTB here on this Tuesday afternoon. A couple more segments for you before we get out of here. And one of the things that I was just thinking of, because we've had a lot of conversations about how do we get this LSU run game going. And I was like, wait a minute, hold up. I went to practice a couple times, and I remember seeing a lot of Juwan Johnson, who started at running back. And maybe that's the reason, because he had to give a start at running back and play more running back than anticipated. But Tay, you went to camp more than I did. You couldn't go out there, certainly at the beginning of camp, and not see Juwan Johnson take direct snaps. So a lot of people are talking about like adding a quarterback run element to your offense. Like, that was something that was early and often when you go to camp.
It was every practice. I mean, first drives. Like, they had a formation where it was actually Malachi Lane, walk-on running back, Caden Durham. They were kind of the two lead blockers for Juwan Johnson. I mean, it was quarterback power straight to him with two running backs as lead blockers. I mean, they did it on the goal line a lot. They would do it inside like the little red zone packages we saw. I mean, we saw that pretty much every single time I was out there. I hadn't seen it once.
I mean, I went to 4, 5 practices, and I saw it a ton. Like, I didn't even think about that because, you get in the season, that was something they worked on. So I wonder why that has not shown up, why they haven't really maybe given over to at least trying.
We're saving it. Y'all shouldn't have said anything. We're saving it. We're setting them up. Got everybody else. Got the rest of the people on our schedule right where we want them.
Where?
Right where we want them.
Just a thought. I mean, I'm kind of Bama Gump. I'm with you. Like, I have an idea. Run the ball. I'm with you. I'm just things that we saw in camp. That's something we haven't seen. And I know Taylor mentioned it a ton. I know I saw it. You saw it the day that you probably went out there, and just something you hadn't seen. But look, going back to Bama Gump, yeah. Hey, we're going to run 34 zone on 1-on-1. Ready.
How many passes did Nuss throw those days when they were working on that a lot?
When they were working on it, it was kind of exclusively that. So, like, they did goal line, but what we saw most was, like, lining up at the 10. So goal-to-go situations, they ran it a lot. And, I mean, Nuss was a receiver a few times, which that's never going to be a threat to anyone. No offense to Garrett Nussmeier, but no, I mean, they kind of exclusively did that for a couple of periods.
I'd rather go 3 and out in I formation. I'd love to
Just
see
think
it.
back in the day, though. Like, let's take a trip down memory lane. 11 years ago, 12 years ago, when our quarterback was lined up in a power formation and he was pointing behind his back for the power 9 toss and
Well, I mean,
which
Dak-
direction it's going and
Dak-
like how much we hated it.
Dak did that this last game against the Packers. He did it. He got behind his back and pointed which way.
But he didn't do it 38 times a game.
I didn't say that. I just said he did it. Oh, there's a thing called a balance of what we're talking about. Like when I watched the Buffalo Bills, they were in gun here, under center there, a little run here, a little pass there.
Yep.
So
I was just wondering if it was like one of those practices where Garrett didn't throw it a lot.
yeah, 2 points from the torso injury
And
that
I
we didn't
wonder
know
why
that
he
he had.
There was a lot of practices like that, Matt.
I know.
I mean,
That's
there
like
was.
weird. It's like there's something wrong.
There's a pitch count because, quarterbacks are on those all the time.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine, guys.
I feel like I'm
just
getting
gotta-
gaslit.
Kind of right where we want them.
I also think it's convenient that the scrimmage the media was allowed to go to in Tiger Stadium, Nussmeier did not throw a pass. But don't worry, Kelly said the scrimmage that was closed to the media the week before, Garrett was a full participant. So, not to worry.
There we go.
Is there a
we're good.
conspiracy afoot?
So we're good. Well, let's. Here. You want to hear some facts though? We got 1 loss. Most people predicted to be 10-2. So we only got 1 right now. A lot of season left.
You got a mulligan?
Don't need one.
No, I'm saying, well, you can use it if you said 10-2.
Yep.
Still got 1 more.
You still got 1 more to give. Still make the playoffs. I'm feeling good. Those are just facts. We're giving a lot of opinions today.
Yeah.
You want facts? We just got 1 loss.
It's very true.
It's very true. We're going to make the playoffs, make a run. Garrett Torso will be healed up by them.
You heard it here first.
Right here first.
Right. I would have him do absolutely nothing these next 5 days.
Garrett, don't even work out, bud.
Oh, no. Nope. All right, we'll take our last break, put a bow on this show when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to getgordon.com, get Gordon, and get it done. Always remember, it is your area code in Louisiana. Anywhere in Louisiana, Matt. Cities like?
What?
Cities like?
New roads.
Thank you. Alondra, cities like?
Grand Isle.
Thank you. Tay-Tay?
Pitkin.
Exactly. Everywhere we just said, it is that
hello.
area code followed by 888-8888. It's throughout the state of Louisiana. Get Gordon and get it done.
Gordon McKerney. Sorry. Gordon McKerney, injury attorneys. That's what I was going to say. All right, look, it happens. All right, words. All right. You've seen the billboards. You've seen the commercials. We all know the name. We all know about the G team. We know what kind of support he gives to the LSU Tigers, but mainly the support that he gives to everybody here in Louisiana. If you've been injured, it's not your fault. Car accident, on the job, whatever it is, have them help you. Go let them go fight for you. 888-8888, getgordon.com.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
Does she walk? Does she talk? Does she come complete? My homeroom angel is
I got to tell you, Tuesdays might be becoming like one of my favorite days because of the music. Crushing it, Alondra.
Hell yeah.
It's every day. Go to centralplumbing.org, 225-925-8552. Not only in emergencies, but they certainly can be there in that emergency. 365 weekend, holiday, game day, does not matter. 225-925-8552 and always online. And not only in Central either, though. The greater Baton Rouge area, we are talking to you. Centralplumbing.org is the website.
Hey, why were y'all laughing when I was talking about how good Gordon McKernan is?
McKerney?
I just have never heard of Gordon McKerney before.
That might actually be something they can use.
Gordon
They
McKerney.
did say they
It's
love
the
when you
attorney.
mess them up.
Yeah.
It's a better name. Gordon McKerney, injury attorney. Sounds
Yeah, I
awesome.
mean,
Did you just make a new billboard?
Yeah. Dang, I should have entered that into the billboard competition.
You should have. Gordon McKerney.
Injury attorney. Or
I don't
Gordon
know which one
McKerney,
my
injury
favorite
attorney.
is. Like, I love Pala right now.
Right now.
But I
see
also
him.
Go see
love.
him.
What was the other one that was so good?
It's been a
Jasmine.
DosEquis.com.
Jasmine Rice.
Seckies.com actually
Dos
probably
Equis
might be the best.
Seckies.com might be the
And
best
then
one.
I just was, Supreme Rice, talking about how great they are. And I just said, yeah, get them. Jasmine Rice.
I think you said jasminerice.com.
Well, see if it's there. See if that's a domain.
If not, get it.
I bet it is. I bet it's already taken. You sent people to the wrong website.
Pala. Right now.
Go see him.
Pala, right now. Go see him. What? Where are we seeing him at? I didn't know we had to meet up.
Talking about the
So good.
industrial construction company? Yeah.
Which site am I
Yeah,
going to?
go see him. But hard head on.
Ocean.
All right. We love you. We appreciate you. We'll
show.
certainly
Good
see
Tuesday.
you
Have a great
tomorrow.
Tuesday.
Same time, same place. And until then, enjoy the rest of your day.
Off the bench